Hello and welcome to Seedy Location. In this video I'm going to be going over economic engines, or in this case specifically the cash shop economic engine for runners. There are many other types of economic engine and I'd be happy to go through them. If you have any other topics you'd like me to go over, please comment and let me know. Leave me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, let me know what I can do to make videos that you'd like to watch. Or you can even comment on Twitter. And if you're feeling kind, leave a donation on Patreon. Until then, enjoy the video. Going over the finer points of an economic engine can be very important. The thing you're looking for is an engine that is sustainable and gives you the most efficiency for the least amount of impact. For example, my XR. XR's ability is that whenever I install a program from the heap, I draw one card. Now, if I can have my economic engine tied into this, it lowers the amount of impact. As such, I have chosen to use the cash shop engine. Cards include cash, which is a one-cost virus. Place 3 virus counters on cash when it is installed. I can then, at a paid ability window, spend one of these virus counters to gain 1. So since there are 3 virus counters, I can gain a maximum of 3 from an initial install of 1. So at worst, it will be 1 click, 1 credit to install to gain 2 credits. A next card that can be used to boost this will be explained, and they're supplemented by these cards here. But cash is the main thing. The 2 supplementary cards are as follows. One is Shahrazad. It's a daemon. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's a 0 cost, 0 memory program, which is very important. And Shahrazad reads, Shahrazad can host any number of programs. Now please note, it says it can host any number of programs. It does not mean it negates the memory cost. You're still going to be using up memory even if you install on Shahrazad. The only thing that hosting changes is that if Shahrazad is trashed, anything on top of it is also trashed. But the benefit you gain from hosting on Shahrazad is, whenever you install a program on Shahrazad, you gain 1 credit. Now I should note both these cards are 1 influence, so that makes it very easy to slot them in. This card, however, is 2 influence. Sorry, that's some alternate art. I should probably get an original art one. There we go, Corset. This card is Aesop's Pawn Shop. Again, it's a 1-cost location connection. When your turn begins, you may trash a number of installed cards to gain 3 credits. Now, as I said before in the beginning, you want the most efficiency, in this case money, for the least amount of impact. In my case, clicks. The more time I'm spending, the more clicks I'm spending, the less time I'm running or attacking the corporation. So here's how the basis of my cash shop engine works. First, I try to install Shahrazad. Being a shaper, there are many ways you can do this with self-modifying code or any kind of other tutor effects such as test run. Now, once Shahrazad's installed, remember, anything I install on top of it gains me a credit. So, Cache is a program. I can host it on Shahrazad. So, I pay 1 credit to host this cache on Shahrazad. This gains me 1 credit from Shahrazad. Cache now has 1, 2, 3 virus counters. So it comes in with 3 lovely virus counters. Yes, I know those are cards. Now, for each counter I spend, 1, 2, 3, I gain a credit. So, what have I just done here? I have gained 1 credit from installing on Shahrazad, negating the cost of this. I've also gained 3 credits from the cache. So for 1 click, I've essentially gained 3 credits. Not bad, that's quite good efficiency. It's about the same as an easy mark, and clicking for 3 credits is sufficient, but the impact is still quite heavy. There are much more efficient ways to get 3 credits, which is why you also have Aesop's Pawn Shop. Again, remember, at the start of my turn, I can trash a program. In this case, I'm going to nominate cache at the start of my next turn and gain 3 credits for doing so. So for trashing the cache, I've gained 3 credits. So effectively, I'm using one click and 1 credit to gain 6 credits. Although 3 credits are given immediately, another 3 credits are given in a delayed action. Now 1 click for 6 credits is very, very efficient. If you may notice from my previous game, I did get a lot of money quite quickly, as Ben commented. Now, there are other ways to get even more efficiency out of this, and I'll be going over those in other builds. But the main essence is Cache, Aesop's Pawn Shop, Shahrazad. This is the main essence of Cache Shop. I'll be now talking about how that relates to my deck personally. I like to boost this with Clone Chip. Clone Chip is a 1 cost to install. It's 2 influence. However, I must note that as of this recording, it is on the most wanted list, which means using it lowers your character's influence by 1. So for every Clone Chip I have, my Exile's influence, which is 15, goes down by 1. Because I use 3 Clone Chips, it goes down by 3, from 15 influence maximum to 13 influence maximum, which is unfortunate. However, Clone Chip lets you install a program from your heap at at payment speed by trashing this card. Now, what does that do? Let's add this to the combination as we understand it. So, I have my Clone Chip installed, I have my Aesop's Pawn Shop, I have my Shahrazad, and my cache which has been trashed. Now, before my turn begins, there is a payment window. A payment window lets you spend payment abilities. So before my turn officially begins, before my start of turn triggers activate, at the beginning of my turn I can use payment abilities. The payment ability I'm going to use is the Clone Chip, and the payment is trash this card. Now when I trash this card, I can install a program from my heap. However, I do have to pay the install cost, so I trash the Clone Chip. And I search my heap for the 1 program that's there, which is the cache I trashed earlier. Now, because I've got those 6 credits from earlier, because for some magical reason I didn't spend any money, I'm going to pay 1 of those credits to install the cache again. Now, I'm going to install the cache on the Shahrazad. This causes a whole host of triggers. And again, my start of turn triggers have not yet activated. So, I gain 1 credit from installing on Shahrazad. This gets 3 lovely counters. Again, it's important that you see the timing for this. And finally, I've got an extra trigger from my Exile ability. Remember, whenever a program is installed from the heap, I draw 1 card. So, I've effectively drawn another card. Ooh, I drew a sure gamble. Of course, there's no telling what it could be. For this example, let's just say I drew a test run. Of course, both cards are good. Right. Now, that's all my payment. Well, now, I've still not done yet, because as a shaper, there's lots of stuff you can do. So I'm going to continue using another payment ability. This payment ability I'm going to use is, I'm going to take the money from the cash. Again, 1 money, 2 money, 3 money. So, what's happened? Breathe it in. I drew 1 card. I gained 3 credits, all before my start of turn trigger is activated. And that was for, effectively, the click it took to install the clone chip. Highly, highly efficient, I say. Highly, highly efficient. But wait, there's more. Now my start of turn triggers activate. ASOS Pawn Shop sells the cash which I just installed at the start of my turn for another 3 credits. So, for installing this clone chip here and trashing it, I've gained 1 card and 6 credits. Highly, highly efficient, and 1 click is impactful but not that impactful. Again, the most efficiency you can get is getting stuff for 0 clicks. But I do have to count the click it took to install the clone chip, and I still think that's still highly efficient. So, we're going to go over the final pieces of the puzzle for my economic engine. I use test run and scavenge. Test run reads, search your stack or heap for a program, stack or heap, that's important. Install that program ignoring all costs, and that's equally important. Shuffle your stack if you searched it. When this turn ends, add the program to the top of your stack if it's still installed. Again, all very important. So let's go over this. Now, I have a clone chip and a cache in my heap. If I play test run with the money I've gained, again, because this is going to be my first click, I'm going to play this test run. So I can install a program from my stack, or my deck, which is my deck, or my heap, which is my graveyard, ignoring all costs. Now, if I choose cache in this case, if it's in my stack, I can just install it, gain a credit, and you know the rest. You know the gain 4 money here, leave it there, sell it later on. Or if it's in this case the one that I've trashed, I can draw a card again, and I can get the money, and so on and so forth. And as you can see, highly, highly efficient. However, there's a difference in this case, because at the end of my turn, this program goes on top of the stack. So let's see how this interacts with my economic engine. So let's say the cash is there at the end of the turn. I've taken all my money off it, so I've gained 4 credits, or 1 credit. Well, I paid 3 credits, but I've gained 4 credits. At the worst, if it was on top of the stack. But in this case, I've gained 1 credit, 1 card. At the end of the turn, it goes on top of the stack. So now I know it's on top of the deck. If for any reason I've got another clone chip installed, I can just pop the clone chip, installing another cache, and draw this card again. But in the worst case possible scenario, where I can't use Exile's ability to draw a card, I can use 1 click to install, and 1 click to draw, and another click to install. Again, 2 clicks for the 6 credits, 1 for the 1 card for the 6 credits efficiency. Not as efficient, but again, it is possible to combo off other efficiencies like clone chip, or in this case, another one, scavenge. So if I had 2 caches installed, for example, I could use scavenge to... I'll go through it because, again, a lot of moving pieces here. Scavenge reads, as an additional cost to play this card, you must trash one installed program. In this case, I'm going to trash the cache. Install a program from your grip or heap, lowering the install cost of the program by the cost of the program trashed. Now, because there are 2 parts here, there is no and, I can choose a cache that's already installed, trash it using the first half of this ability, and then resolve the second half. So I can install the same cache I just trashed. And because the cost is lowered by the install cost of the program, which is 1, I can install it back for free. So for having a cache installed, I can play scavenge, trash the cache, reinstall it, gaining me 4 credits and 1 card. Now, if there was a second cache, like I said before, on top of the stack, I'd just draw another cache, which I could then install again. And I'd have multiple caches out, and you can see me cycling through this. Again, if you watched the previous video where I played Ben, or any of the other videos, you'll see me doing this a lot. And that's how I get money so quickly. So now I've gone over the most complex version of the cache engine. Before I continue, just relax, breathe in. I'm going to go over the second most popular, well, the most popular version of this, and that is noise. Noise is the first card in the core set, and whenever you install a virus program, the corp trashes the top card of R&D. Now, bear in mind with Exile, I drew a card. With Noise, you're milling cards, which gives you accesses. So, how does that work? So once again, you're trashing cards just by cycling out cache. So effectively, if you were to do these again, trash 1 card, you trash this, gain money, you reinstall it, trash another card, you scavenge it, you trash another card, you could test run it, trash another card, although most people wouldn't bother spending influence doing that. It's something you can do. There's so many viruses in the game now, there's no need to do that. But wait, there's more. To supplement this engine, Noise tends to use Grimoire. Grimoire is a hardware also in the core set. Whenever you install a virus program, place 1 extra virus counter on that program. So, instead of coming in with 3 virus counters, cache comes in with 4 and is worth even more money. So you're getting so much efficiency. But wait, there's more. There's Cyberfeeder. Cyberfeeder has 1 Recon credit which you can use to pay for installing viruses or icebreakers. So you can gain 5 credits. We can gain 5 credits from doing this now. Well, effective you can still gain 4, but because you don't have to pay the 1 there, you're gaining the full 4 credits for just install. Oh no, it's 5, it's 5. Sorry, so much efficiency here. Let's go through it. So, again, Cyberfeeder gives you 1 recurring credit which you can use to install a virus, and this gives you an extra virus counter. So, let's just go through it. So, I pay the 1 from this, so effectively I could have 0 money, and from 0 money, I gain 1 credit for installing on here. I also mill 1 program. And this comes in, this time, not with 3 tokens, but with 4 tokens thanks to Grimoire. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've gained 1 credit already. I am now going to gain 4 more. I'm up to 5. Yes! Now you see how efficient that is. From 1 click, you gain 5 credits. And wait, you can sell it again. You can gain up to 8 credits with this efficiency. Now, as you can see, there's even more efficiency out of Noise and Anox at the moment, but I hope you realize the power that you can get from this. But wait, there's more. There's Deja Vu. Deja Vu reads, add 1 card or up to 2 virus cards from your heap to your grip. Now, if I'm running up to 3 cache, I can gain 2 caches, and I can do it again. I can make the mill 1 card, and I can make the mill another card, and I'd gain 10 credits from doing this. The amount of money you can get from this is insane. But again, Noise doesn't normally need that much money, but it is an option. So that's the cash shop in Noise. This is the most popular variation of the cash shop as I understand it. But wait, there's one last variation. So let's remove the extra cards. There is Haley Kaplan, another shaper. The first time you install a card each turn, you may install another card of the same type from your grip, paying all its install costs. So what does that mean? So in the case of cash again, if you install one cash for one click, you can install a second cash. So I could effectively install 2 caches, giving me 6 credits for one click straight off, and then I can sell it again for another 3, giving me a total of 9 for one click. Again, the efficiency there is very powerful, and again, the impact is only one click. If you can get an economic engine that doesn't even use the click, that's an excellent economic engine. So, what's the supplementary card for Haley? As I said before, there is the scavenge and cash if you want to do that, but in her case, it's also Personal Workshop. Now, Personal Workshop is a resource that reads: click, host a program or hardware on Personal Workshop, and place power counters on it equal to the cost of the installed card. I can then pay 1 credit to remove the power counter. So let's see how that works in practice. So, a turn before, I pay 1 click, again saving me the credit there, to install the cache. Now my turn begins. This has 1 power counter on it. I can pay 1 to remove it, again giving me the same efficiency as installing it directly, or I can just let the turn end. Well, I can let the turn begin. When the turn begins, the power counter leaves the card and cache gets installed. I can then install it on Shahrazad, gaining me 1 credit. And now Haley's ability activates. I can then install a second cache, giving me the full benefit there, except I still have to pay the 1 credit for the second cache. Now, this is important. Both caches are going to have the counters on them, and Aesop's ability is going to trigger. Now, I don't have to trash the cache, but if I do, there is no payment window for me to remove the counters or get the money off it. So once again, I cannot take the money from the cache at this point, because if I did it off the Personal Workshop, it's a start of turn ability, and during the start of turn ability triggers, there is no payment window. There's one before it, and there's one after it, but not one in the middle, which is where I am. I'm here. So, if I was to sell the cache now, I'd be missing out on those 3 extra credits. So in my case, I might just have to skip the Aesop's pawn shop, which is kind of a small efficiency hit there, but it's something that happens. Right. I've gone over the 3 most popular variations of the cash shop there. Again, the key cards are Cash, Shahrazad, and Aesop's pawn shop. If you have any questions about the timing windows or variations of the cash shop, please comment and let me know. Whew. Until then, I hope that didn't blow your mind, and good running out there. Now I'll just add the links here to a link to a video that I did last time, where you see me using the cash shop combo in the beginning of the game. I'm also going to add a link to a deck which uses the cash shop. Not top tier, but again, it's a deck that uses it. Once again, thank you, and once again, I ask that if there's any topics you want me to cover, please comment and let me know. Goodbye and good running.